The CCP's excuse to launch the land reform movement is a lie. At least the CCP leaders knew that landlords were not bad people. Liu Shaoqi was born a landlord. Mao Zedong was born a landlord. Although Mao Zedong himself said that he was a rich peasant, his family owned 240 acres of land. In the eastern Sichuan area, even 30 acres of land is considered a landlord. He was absolutely a landlord. Deng Xiaoping was also a landlord. I visited their hometowns. He's definitely a landlord. The CCP leaders also said that their fathers and grandfathers worked hard to get rich. Mao Zedong's book talked about it. Liu Shaoqi talked about it. Deng Xiaoping's daughter also talked about it. During my field research, I discovered that the relationship between landlords and peasants was very harmonious. It's not what the CCP claimed, a life or death antagonistic class conflict with enemies. Like the stories they made up, such as White-Haired Girl, The Rent-Collecting Yard, and another two stories, Nan Ba Tian and Yang Bai Lao. They were all lies. Tan Song was eventually expelled from his teaching position for his research and teaching the truth about the land reform movement in his school. He lives in exile in the United States. Although his father was the deputy director of the propaganda department of the municipal party committee in charge of universities in Chongqing at the time, Song Yong-yi, director of the Labor Reform Research Foundation, co-sponsored the seminar. We used China's official data to calculate the number of abnormal deaths among Chinese landlords during the 4 years of the land reform movement. The number is 4.7 million. And what I mainly see is that the percentage of landlords of the total population has dropped from 4.6% to 2.6%. Then you can get the number of the 4 years of the land reform. You'll find that it's a significant reduction of the population of landlords. We deducted the number of normal deaths in those 4 years, which is the data also from the National Bureau of Statistics. The total death toll of landlords in the 4 years of movement is 4.7 million. Participants' speeches and papers showed that research on land reform is not only important for preserving the truth, it is also of great significance to understand Communist China's politics. In fact, the CCP is the largest landlord, the largest landowner in China. It's about China's land-based revenue stream. It is the basic economic lifeline. Why is the CCP so rich, and where does all its money come from? In fact, the reason is that they own all the land. The CCP monetized, securitized, and financialized the land, which brought the CCP all the power. Participants believed that the public land ownership after the reform is the root cause of the widespread corruption in China. Class struggles and the dictatorship of the proletariat are not only still kept in China's constitution, they are also the basis for the philosophy of struggles that the Chinese president still advocates today. This reform is a real catastrophe, the first catastrophe since the CCP seized power. What the CCP did after that was a series of political movements that were all related to this land reform.